Hello everybody, and welcome back to the final deluxe Bakugan Battle Planet Bakugan that I've managed to find. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ultra Diamond Hydorous. Okay, so Hydrous is the Bakugan currently being used by this version's iteration of Shun Kazami, although this Shun behaves a lot more like the old Marucho. They're just reusing the name because he was popular, but it looks an awful lot like classic Tigrera if you take a look up here. Complexity level 1. It does use, this is actually a different artwork than what you get for the regular Hydrous Ultra, which actually come 4 to a case. That's 1/4 of them, 1 in 16, and that doesn't include this one. So you're getting 5 Hydrouses in a single case, although this is the Diamond Hydorous, and this one only comes 1 to a case. I'm not sure what the difference is between a Diamond and a regular. I don't know if it just looks cool, although it kind of looks like a clear Bakugan, but with all the blue pieces still on it, which I assume are supposed to help cover up the spring mechanisms, although I think a lot of people like to actually see the internals of these kinds of things, which is why translucent Bakugan were so popular. But this actually looks like one of those Bakumutation Bakugan that we got around the time of New Vestroia, when they just kind of went overboard with special treatments. So Diamond, like Aurelus, seems to be a special treatment. We'll find out what that means once I actually get my hands on a proper rulebook, but for now, let's take a look inside. I'm going to be comparing this. It resembles more like Keelan Leonis or Shield Leonis, but I'm actually going to be comparing it to Ogre Leonis from the final run of Bakutech, because Ogre Leonis is a B3, which is actually an even larger Pokemon. Did I just call it a Pokemon? Which is an even larger Bakugan in sphere form. I mean, I guess they're both monsters that come in balls. I guess, can't fault me for that one, but so it's kind of a special one. You can see there's a lot of fantastic paint on this one. The paint job on Hydorous is still pretty basic. It's the exact same paint job that would go on a regular Aquos Hydorous. So let's take a quick look at the box. We have another view of Hydorous here. It has a perfectly clear head. You can actually already see the B power on here. They made no effort to cover it up. This is a B400. I remember that was part of the appeal of the old Bakugan, was you actually had a little sticker that you had to peel off to reveal how strong the Bakugan was, and that was a huge part of the appeal. It's a bit of a shame that they've done away with that, although that seems to be in an effort to create a more stable card game. All of the unpredictable G power from the original series meant that there were a lot of counterfeits that were presented with high power that caused a bunch of trouble at Bakugan. So, yep, pretty straightforward. We have the transformation list on the bottom there, the instructions there, although it's Aquos, because that is Hydorous' default color according to the show. So, you got 2 Shield Baku cores. Oh, you can kind of see what's happening in there, although it looks like they're both different. And like I said, I assume you can mix and match these as long as they match properly. And my my Maxitor actually came with a Shield core that is plus 400 for Aquos, so I assume I'd be able to use this with Hydrous as well. So let's get this thing open. Okay, so here are the contents of our Diamond Hydorous Ultra. We of course have the Hydorous Ultra card. We have the 2 Shield Baku cores, one of which is the exact same as the one I got in Aurelus Maxitar. The other one is just a flat minus 300. That's kind of weird. So I guess this is one that you'd want to set towards your opponent to try to maybe trap them into landing on it, but that would be really bad for you if you landed on it. It also comes with the Hydorous Ultra card. We have the transformation guide slash checklist, and of course the quick play rules, but this is an interesting new card. Ooh, it's an evolution. Look at that. This is Diamond Hydorous Ultra, an evolution card that I assume it has the ability card back, the red back for ability cards. So I assume this gets shuffled into your deck and played as the game goes on. It has an energy cost of 9, which seems a bit high. Most games that use resource cards, usually anything higher than 7 is really difficult to get out into play. But it has 8 damage and 1500 base power. So if this thing gets onto the field, it will be basically impossible for any basic Bakugan to knock it over without some sort of special bonus. Still, 9 seems awfully high a cost for this kind of thing, although I think Diamond Dragonoid was kind of the same way. But taking a look at it compared to the rolled up form of Ogre Leonis, this looks like it's roughly the same size as a B3. I mean, there's maybe a tiny bit of a size discrepancy due to the odd nature of Ogre Leonis, but it looks like these things are B3 in their size. So they're bigger than B1, they're bigger than B2, they are B3. I don't know if that applies just to Ultra Bakugan or if it applies to the basics as well. I need to get my hands on some basics before I can truly confirm that. But it's kind of nice to see the look. The problem I have is actually the evolution card. It has a picture of this Hydrous card on it a little bit, but I'm wondering, can I evolve any Hydrous into this Diamond Hydorous Ultra? I need some text. Tell me some text saying what it evolves from. That would be nice. That honestly, I'm kind of surprised isn't standard. Because what if they print out Hydrous Ultra cards that have different artwork on them? Or if they put out alternate versions of Hydrous Ultra that have some different stats and abilities? How am I supposed to interpret that? That is one thing that needs clarity. It needs to have clarity on there. Well, I mean, I see there's the Diamond and it still says Hydrous Ultra, so it makes me wonder if it has to be Hydrous Ultra, although I'm seeing evolution cards that have different names to them, so we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, so this also confirms something about Diamond Bakugan. Diamond Bakugan are evolutions. Diamond Dragonoid is the same way, but they come with the base card and the evolution card, and I assume that these can be played on this basic card as Hydrous Ultra, but we will have to see if the actual Diamond property comes with any kind of special treatment, or if it's referenced on a card or something. Otherwise, I'm not sure what's with the special color scheme, except for the fact that you are guaranteed to get the rare Hydrous Ultra card. So, I'm seeing CO and RA. Let me see, what was on Power of Maxitor? Power of Maxitor said CO. So Power of Maxitor and Blinding Glam are apparently common cards, but the Hydrous Ultra says RA, which I assume means it's a rare. So it's an easy way to get an evolution card if you can locate the Hydrous Ultra, the Diamond Hydrous Ultra. So let's see how this thing transforms. Although, something of note before I transform it, yes! Finally! A Bakugan that is perfectly spherical, so it's not a problem that is systemic to the entire line. This one, as far as transformations are concerned, it's nice and round. Oh, this is what I want to see more of. So yes, there is hope. I just kind of got a bad pull with Chaos Garganoid and Aurelus Maxitor. This one's nice and round. I assume a lot more of them are going to be nice and round. I want to see more like this. All right, let's give it a roll. Nice headstand. Ha! What a funny little acrobat this guy turned out to be. Okay, let's fix this. So here is Diamond Ultra Hydorous next to its comparison point here, the Ogre Leonis. And Diamond Hydorous looks like it's a bit larger, so we're going to take a bit of a look here. Diamond Hydorous, this is definitely some exceptional design work here. It does not require any additional effort to transform after it hits the table, and it folds into a perfect sphere. So this is what I like to see. This is what I want to see more of. This is the quality I was hoping for. So as you can see, they are fairly similar in size. This one may be a bit more intricate, but then again, it's also one of the like $15 Bakugan out there. So let's take a closer look at Hydorous, Diamond Hydorous here. So Diamond Hydorous, it has a lot of clear parts on it. On the regular Hydorous, these would be blue, possibly blue or blue painted. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. On top here, you can see the pointer arrow, and the paint on there is not entirely consistent, but otherwise it has these legs that reach back here. It has the tail. It stands up on its own just fine. It's supposed to, because it's supposed to hoist this thing above it, kind of like a turning mech card. So let's take a closer look. Alright, so here it is, Diamond Hydorous. This is how its evolution is supposed to look once you get it going. There it is. V-Power 400 right on the side there, right? Nice and easy to see straight through the packaging. We have a nice face there, has some nice detail on there. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of the classic Tigrera. This face, it's normally supposed to be blue, but you can see that there's some detail on the eyes. It doesn't have the the distinct eyeballs of like Maxitar or Garganoid, but I think that's sort of how this thing is supposed to be designed. Anyway, it can nod its head. Yeah. It has some nice, like, big, like, shielded arms on it. That's kind of what I'm comparing it to Atlantis for, is because it has those big shielded arms there. It has the tail, which has a nice shock of orange, kind of like the classic Aquos. It's actually a pretty common thing to see like a shock of orange on these sorts of water-type characters because that's international orange. It's the color that you want to wear if you go into the water so that people can see you. That is why they use the orange. It is also because it is a complement to blue. It really pops. It stands out against everything. Heck, Aaron Hansen did a whole lesson about how blue and orange works because that's what the colors they use to color Castlevania 1. But it has the interesting added connotation of looking like diving equipment, which adds that water feel to it. A lot of detail here. You can see the clear parts aren't like entirely like perfectly clear. They have the unpolished plastic look on there, and I like that though. I like how it's not like 100% clear, because the 100% clear stuff gets looking pretty ugly pretty fast once you get even just a couple of fingerprints on there. Oh, you can see the spring-loaded head here. So this is supposed to provoke the jump that causes it to leap into the air, but as you can see, as you saw in the video, when I tried to transform it, all it did was perform quite an amazing headstand for a cat. Okay, to transform this thing, I don't know why they said this is a difficulty 1 and Maxitor is a difficulty 3, because this thing is actually harder to transform than Maxitor. First you bring up these legs here, you have to kind of use a bit of gravity to drop the legs in there. You want to bring the tail up, tuck the legs in, tuck the head in, which then shuts that. Oh, almost. Oh, come on. Oh boy, yeah, like I said, Maxitor is a bit easier to transform than this. Oh, there we go. Oh, almost. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Hydrous back in its ball form. And like I said, nice and spherical. These are the classic types of Bakugan that I want to see more of. Hopefully we'll be able to see some more designs that are like this. Although it's kind of weird. The magnet's actually on the top of its head here, so that's why it did a headstand, because that's where the magnet is. Like I said, I approve of the idea of them putting the magnets everywhere. It gives us more room to explore, more different types of transformations, all sorts of fun. This, when it comes to Bakugan transformations, is all I could have asked for. $10 I still think is a bit steep, but at least in the case of this one, you're guaranteed to get a rare card. That should probably be something they should have done with all of the Bakugan, is all of the Bakugan come with a rare card, meaning that each one has the guaranteed value of a booster pack. I mean, they do all come with a character card, and I don't think the character cards are actually available in the booster packs, although, like I said, I hope we get to see, like, variant cards or something like that, and I hope we get some better clarification on the evolution cards, because it has a picture of Hydrous Ultra, but I'd love to see if I could use it to evolve a regular Hydrous as well. Regular Hydrous has, like, it's, like, super weak, has 200 power, but it has 6 damage, so I'd love to see the ability to build off of that. Anyway, that has been Bakugan Battle Planet. Oh, I've misplaced Garganoid. That has been Bakugan Battle Planet, the set of deluxe. So now I have a play set of 3 Bakugan, although it's not enough cards to build a deck with. A deck is 40 cards, and now I only have 3, one of which is an evolution, and none of which really work well together. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for more Bakugan Battle Planet products as we go on. So that is definitely going to be my focus for the near future. It's mostly going to be just finding the different products and talking about them. I'm probably going to grab up the Bakugan that interest me, which is mostly going to be like the Chaos Bakugan or the classic Bakugan from back in the day, because, you know, I am the Chaos boy. I'm the one who Chaoses. So, yeah, that's the 3 that we're going to be starting with. And, alright, so hopefully, I'm going to go back to that Walmart tomorrow. Hopefully this stuff is going to trickle in over the next few days. So, until next time, that is Diamond Hydorous, Aurelus Maxitor, and Chaos Garganoid. Until next time, this is Kodak signing off.
Bakugan Brawl, it's a big brawl. Bakugan Brawl is for it all. Bakugan Brawl, standing tall, we're the awesome ones. Powers in our hand, take a stand.